Hi guys, welcome back to Ride TV and welcome to a car that I've sort of overlooked. Welcome to the BMW X5. So why am I going to take a look at the X5? Well, it's been around for a while now and it still is the daddy of SUVs in my opinion. And there's a few little changes that have just kept it fresh. So let's start with engines. We've got a 3-litre 6-cylinder in the 40i, we've got a 4.4-litre V8 in the 50i and the X5M. And well, if you want to see my X5M video, please use the link in the top of the screen. You've also then got a hybrid, the 45e, which uses a battery and a 6-cylinder with around 50 miles range on electric alone. Then we've got the diesels. We've got a 30D and a 40D. The M50D has now gone. So the top of the range diesel is this, the 40D, which I think is still a great choice even in 2022. Now let's move on to design. The front hasn't really changed at all, which I think is a good thing because it is a handsome looking brute. Remember when these grills first came out, everyone was like, oh my God, they're so massive. Well, they're actually really well proportioned now, don't you think? I think as with pretty much all BMWs, the X7, the M3, M4, the new 2 Series Coupe, when they first come out, people are like, oh, it looks terrible. Then 12 months later, people are like, oh, actually no, BMW have got that spot on. I think it was the same with this car. Now, what are the key differences now that have brought it up to date? Well, you get a black kidney grille with the M Sport Pro Pack, and you get slightly smoked headlights as well, which I think just make it look a little bit better. You've also got a few new colours, this being one of them. This is called Dravic Grey, and I think it looks fantastic and really pops in the sunshine. Down the side, not a whole lot has changed. Well, when I say not a whole lot, nothing. It's pretty much exactly the same. Swage lines are still really nice and crisp, which actually sweep along and then up through the rear door handle. And just look at this colour. I think that's the big difference. The colour looks absolutely fantastic. It's a real old school SUV design. You can get these as a coupe form, which is called the X6, which is a little bit sleeker, but personally, I really like just the old classic look of an SUV. Now from launch, the X5 wasn't available with red brake calipers, they were only blue. But now I think the reds, especially against this colour, look absolutely fantastic. Don't you agree? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you think of this car. Has it aged very well? Do you think it needs updating? Let us know in the comments. Again, the rear hasn't really changed. You've still got the 3D LED lights which wrap around the side, which are really nice. Diffuser at the back, which isn't really diffusing anything, but it still looks really good. And then twin pipes down here. Now the big thing with X5 is you get an electronic split folding tailgate. And it's not a lever anyway, it's actually a button, which is quite nice. You've also got comfort access, so you can drop things in and drop the suspension down, etc, etc, which makes it much easier. There is an unbelievable amount of space in here. You can drop anything you need in there. And unlike other cars with split folding tailgates, you don't have to then push that one back up to close the boot. No, you just press the same button and they both do it at the same time, which is actually incredibly useful. The interior of the X5 is just as high quality as it ever has been. It's really well laid out, as with every BMW interior. If you jump into here from another BMW, you'll know your way around straight away, which is something that I really like about BMW. Whether you jump out of a 1 Series or into an 8 Series, you just know where everything is. It's easy to use. It's very intuitive for the driver. Directly in front of me, we've got BMW's Live Cockpit, which isn't the new one, which is in iX and 3 Series LCI, etc, etc. But it's still a really simple design, really easy to see and use. In the centre, we've got OS 7, Operating System 7, which actually is still incredibly easy to use, one of the best systems out there. You've still got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all make it really easy to use the infotainment system. And we've still got buttons. Now this is something that is disappearing quite quickly from all cars, not just BMW. But it's just so easy to use. You've got dual zone climate control, you've got dual zone climate control in the rear as well. This car's got heated seats in the rear. We've got absolutely loads of options on this particular car, including these glorious comfort seats. And when you say comfort seats, you think, they're not that much more comfortable. They are, believe me. They are a fabulous thing to sit in. Really, really comfortable. This car has the Sky Lounge panoramic sunroof as well, which again is a beautiful thing. The whole interior is just so well thought out and such high quality. It really is a great place to sit. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go and take the X5 for a spin. So here we are in the driver's seat of the X5, and I tell you what, it's like shaking hands with an old mate. I've driven X5s before, but not for a while, and you know what, I just forgot how good it is. It's just perfect. You jump in and you're so already, I've already mentioned this, but you already know where everything is easily accessible. You're nice and high, the view out is fantastic, and then you start to think about how it drives. The steering, really nice and responsive, it weights up really nice in sport as well. You've got air suspension in this car as standard, which is so comfortable on the road. We've got notoriously horrific roads in the UK, but this car just irons out creases and bumps and potholes so well. And then when you get to a corner, it's really quite dynamic for a car of this size, height and stature. It really holds on just so well as you go around the corner. As I've mentioned, the interior is fabulous, and this 40D has plenty of poke. We've got around 340 horsepower and a bucket full of torque. So it just flies, and then I'm pretty sure there's some sort of sports exhaust note going on here. This is a diesel, ready? It sounds fantastic. Diesel shouldn't sound like this. But all in all, the X5 to drive is wonderful. You wouldn't be left wanting for any more with one of these cars. It's incredibly comfortable, very, very easy to drive, and for a car of this size, actually really easy to place on the road as well. Which I think is one of the most impressive things about this, is just how easy it is to drive anywhere, any type of road, motorway, A road, B road, doesn't matter where you go, this car is supremely comfortable, supremely dynamic, and has acres of space in it. It is a fabulous all-round SUV, this thing. So what are my final thoughts on the BMW X5? Yes, it's been around for a bit of time, but that by no means means it feels old and obsolete. It still feels just as brilliant as it did on the day that it was launched. It is still a cracking SUV. And if you want any more details on the BMW X5 or any BMW for that matter, please use the link in the description of this video to contact your nearest Rybrook BMW retailer. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you guys again really soon.